Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Airport CEO Strategy and Tactics, Episode 13. So, in our last episode, we got the beginnings of our uprooting project going here. Our contractors are in the field, busily assembling this, although we can't really see it because it's nighttime and it's snow, and they're, I guess, part snow rabbit, because they're kind of blending in. Even the boxes are blending in. But no matter, let them toil away. So this will be the final night that we allow our general aviation craft here to stay. So we will be turning off general aviation for all of our stands here, so that no more come in. And then obviously we will allow them to depart, but no more shall return. So what I'm going to do is get all these turned off and then mark this, say, no general aviation for you, runway. I'll obviously let the general aviation take off from here. And in fact, I've seen some odd bugs with this game when you're having disconnected taxiway lines, especially if you're mixing general aviation and the others. So my suggestion is we're gonna wait for all of our general aviation craft to skedaddle before I even turn on this runway here for them. And in fact, let's just make sure, yep, no commercials, so that way our commercial flights do not get confused. These should be all set and ready to go shortly. And in fact, while they're doing that, let's lay out the taxiway here. So again, 5th dot around here, so they're going to be bailing out nice and early. We'll get these popped up to here. Oh, wait. That's, yeah, the main taxiway is supposed to be along the side here. That's more like it. And let's not forget our holding points. Alright, you come up here. And we'll be doing our same holding point pattern here. So holding point, well, I hate to put a holding point right off of the runway here like this. But I kind of need to. Although, you know what? No, you guys get the holding point, because I don't want craft waiting on here. And then you get a holding point. And you get a holding. Oop! It looks like our guys are done. Or yeah, we're out of boxes, so we can dismiss them. The rest will finish up on their own. All right, let's get our holding points back in action here. There we go. And like I said, I'll turn on the stands at the same time as I turn on the runway, which will not be until all these guys depart, and we mark this runway as commercial only. And now, speaking of commercial, just as a reminder, last episode I already planned out the entire thing for today, and we're going to have 3 whole contracts finish themselves up. I think they're all small contracts, so they should make us a fair amount of money. Yep, and here come the crowds. Just coming on in. Also, I noticed that there were passengers that were not obeying the employee only or the staff only designation here. Naughty, naughty. Well, if we can't have nice things, you guys will not have nice things. And I will put that segment back to wall, because seeing people kind of leak out of there when I was reviewing the episode before kind of bothered me, because I'm like, come on! I built this as a tight, threaded, sealed system where the none of the passengers shall meet. But yeah, and then they're like, oh nope, employee only. What's that? So we're gonna say bye-bye to that. We'll make our workers walk the long way. Sorry, guys. The passengers ruined it for you. You're gonna have to take a hike around outside to get to your, at the very least for our airport stand that need to man the check-in gates. I know it's a pain in the butt for them, but eh. Alright, sounds like, yep, first of our planes are arriving. Got some maple action going here. Okay, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to wait for our general aviation guys to skedaddle before I do anything about turning on that for the others. All right, excellent. Well, looks like we got a shift change at the food place. I don't think we've completed our contract quite that quickly. All right, we can get rid of our contractor, our lone wolf, if you will. What are you yelling at me? An item is broken. Well, you know what? It might be worth our while to get some more service technicians since we've got more stuff. More stuff means more stuff that can be broken. So, yeah. All right. General aviation is getting out of here. We'll make sure they all clear out. Thank you. Yeah, we got the rush hour here. Plenty of fuel purchases coming up here. You have a little bit to drink last night, buddy? Keep it on the road or taxiway. All right. Once these leave, that will be the last of general aviation. So congratulations, Flight N6712. You are the final general aviation in our commercial sector. I hope you enjoy your flight to, where are you going? Range Regional Airport in Hibbing, North America. Never heard of Hibbing before. You gotta be hibbing me. Okay, so now with them gone, we can make this commercial only, which means we can turn this on safely, because now general aviation will only ever use this runway for departing and leaving, and won't try to migrate somewhere silly. And of course, turning that on, we're going to want to turn all these on, because it is in the middle of the day, so we don't want to miss out on our general aviation goodness. Now, I did go one over what I thought a single runway could handle, just because of, well, kind of the symmetry here. You know, I replaced one up here so that our avgas fuel station could be up here. If I see it getting a little bit too overwhelming, I might demolish one of the stands and migrate the avgas refilling containers up there. But as it stands now, they've only ever visited this thing once. Ever. At the beginning. So it's not like they're going to need to come down all the way down here and refill themselves all the time. So yeah, that's not something we need to worry too much about, in terms of taking time out of their busy day. The Jet A1 fuel, I think I'm going to do another tank complex up here when I terminalify it here. Oh yeah, the other thing we need to do, and we're waiting for our cash monies to flow in, is to procure ourselves some specific. All right, so we need the 100K for specific baggage scanner, and I think that'll be a good one to go with. I do want to get the baggage scan terminal, but that's another 250. Then again, we are finishing 3 contracts here, so we should be getting the money in nice and easy. All right, excellent. So our general aviation airstrip here is operational and operating in the direction that I thought it should. Okay, I thought for a second that was the general aviation. Nope, it's just one of the light ones. I'm not used to looking at it from this high up. I hope they don't. I hope there's no risk of them smacking into each other like this. But yeah, they seem to like this place just fine. And yep, our avgas plane thing came up here. And yes, he found himself a new home to... Oh, well, that's kind of odd in the road placements here, but it kind of has to be like that. But yeah, they seem to be enjoying it just fine, and our COO will keep that easily damaged runway repaired without us having to pay attention. So, see, we've restored ourselves the general aviation income that we were previously losing from shutting these down. Speaking of, we want to demolish because I think these have a general upkeep to them, even if they're not being used. This one we are keeping, but this one is these two are going to get demolished. That one we're keeping. These three are getting demolished. Oops. No, no, no. Do not tempt it, please. What? Is that the Jet A1? No, 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 no. Jet A1, where the Sam heck are you going? Jet A1. That's bad. Why are you parking in that lot? Nobody up here needs Jet A1. Oh, for Pete's sake. I might need additional trucks just to deal with the malarkey here. You better hope you don't delay a flight because they've been waiting forever for you to refill them. Oh, look, someone wants your fuel. Now you just have to drive all the way back, you dingus. Oy. All right, let's get some contractors in here to mop up. 140. Oh, we hit the 100K mark here. See, I told you we were going to be raking in the cash. So yeah, specific baggage scanning, that will be done in time for tomorrow's. And let us get, I don't know. We'll just get 10 contractors. They'll pick away at it. We don't need these cleared up ASAP. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be doing itself pretty well. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of a backup, but we've got some extra room here. This is why I kept shifting these around back and forth, because I'm like, no, if we put it too far back here, then the whole one-way aspect doesn't work. But if we stick it back too far here, there won't be enough build-up space for when there's a traffic jam. And there is always going to be a traffic jam since we're doing a one-runway thing for our general aviation peeps. But I think overall we'll be in good shape. Speaking of in good shape, let's take a look at our thing. So we got 3 days, 19 hours for Swift Veg. And hopefully YouTube's ad-friendly thing does not misinterpret what I just said there. And then Quick Shop. Yeah, see? They've been open for another half day. They've only gotten, just a piddling little more sales, and it's right dab in the middle here. I don't know if we're going to be able to rock this 1-star contract when this 2-star contract for the food. I'm pretty confident we're going to hit that $29.50. So again, not really terribly happy with where shops are balance-wise right now. Not to mention, if you go on the other thing, you slap down a 4-star shop with no customers, you can rake in obscene amounts of money, even though nobody ever shops there. So it's unbalanced on both ends of the spectrum. Even when you're trying to do it right, it doesn't give you enough benefit. I would be interested to see an airport that could legitimately have a 4-star contract shop satisfied with enough sales. Like, I'm boggling to try and think of how big of an airport and how centralized of an airport that would require in order for that to work. Because, holy crap. All right, these are taken up. Oh, yeah, let's, just so our avgas thing is not orphaned here, let's get our service road flowing over here. No clue what I'm going to do with this extra space here, really. It's not going to be more stands because, I mean, we don't have the terminal infrastructure. And that's actually that would interfere with some bigger plans that I have for this whole commercial section here. And we do want to wait before we build out our baggage terminal any further. Do want to wait for our baggage research to go. Now, I don't think we're going to necessarily hit the 250,000 mark at the end of today, so what I'll probably do is I'll implement the first round of scanners for tomorrow's baggage system, and then otherwise get the baggage system set up fully, and then once we get the final piece of the puzzle in place, I'll add that to the mix afterwards. Yeah, these 10 contractors are just tooling away. That's fine. I have a... Yeah, watch, the avgas thing suddenly decides it wants to refill, and it's like, no, I can't get to the avgas thing. Somebody help me. I am morbidly curious how full, or rather, not... Are you going to let me click on and see it? Oh, for Pete's sake. Jet A1. Is there a way I can forbid the Jet A1 from coming up here? Because it really has no business going up there. I guess they pick a random vehicle depot to reside in. Which probably means if you want ample coverage, you need one vehicle for every vehicle depot that you have. So at the very least, they come to rest in logical places. So you know what? They're not that expensive. Let's get another Jet A1. And hopefully they'll park themselves there. Yeah, 177. Even, I mean, we might make it with the end of contract bonuses once all the rest of these guys depart, but I doubt it. Although if it is 3 small contracts that we're rocking. Oh yeah, did I hear the ringy dingy for our other stuff? The specific baggage scanner. Yes! Okay, my friends, let's get planning, shall we? I think we shall. So, our baggage system has 2 components to it. The first component is the receiving part. So what happens is a passenger, once your baggage is enabled, your passengers will come here, come in, seat themselves, and then come up to the check-in desks. And the difference is that they will plop their bags on these little belts, which will then flow backwards onto our bigger belt here. So basically, all the incoming baggage for all of our different flights will be flowing down this way. Now, their ultimate destination is here. This depot has 2 sides, an incoming and an outgoing. The incoming is marked by these arrows pointing inwards, where it'll collect all the bags. Then trucks, baggage trucks, will come alongside here. Workers will load the bags into the trucks, and then the trucks will drive over to the planes and deliver and put the baggage in. Meanwhile, the other half of the system is a plane lands, and workers will load that plane's outgoing luggage into a truck. It will pull over here, the truck will dump the luggage out here, and the luggage needs to make its way to the people, and which I will show you my plan for that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's start with the incoming. So we're going to go down here. Let's get our above ground belts. And we needed to just scooch it one side away from the wall here. So now there's a couple of different things you can scan with here. You got your bag scanner 1, which is sort of the low test. That's 50 grand. Then you got a specific scanner, and there's 5 different things you can scan for. Now, presuming that the only forms of contraband that could be passed through are one of these 5, if you get these, presumably you don't need the first one, because the first one is supposed to be able to see everything, but it's not very reliable. So rather than shelling out 50 grand for a not very reliable one, I'd rather take 5 copies of the extra reliable one that's going to scan for all 5 of the flavors of contraband. Because, yeah, it even says that these things are much more reliable. So I'm going to skip the bag scanner 1 and do these. Now, at the moment, in terms of gameplay, the game doesn't really, penalize you if you don't set up scanning. If you're struggling with baggage as a whole, you can skip the whole scanning part because it's actually kind of expensive. But presumably, given the nature of the descriptions here, that if once the game progresses a little bit further, if you let bags with contraband through, you'll get fines, because that's kind of implied up here. Fines right down here under administrative costs. So presumably, if you're not good about scanning your bags, you're going to rack up fines for people getting caught smuggling on your airline or through your airport. So we're going to pretend like those fines are a thing. So we're actually going to care about scanning. So the way scanning works is you set up these stations, and they have their own belts, and they have 3 belts. They have the one that comes in from the bottom, and it goes out through the top. The bags that do not have contraband will keep flowing out through the top. If contraband is detected, it will get shot out the red direction. So out on this direction will be our contraband stuff. All right, so we just did organics. Now let's do explosives. And then money. And then guns. Can't be having them guns. And then here I think we're going to do a little U-turn. So let's get our above ground belt. Excuse me. Let's get plenty of space down here between them. All right, and then we can do drugs. And then if we flip this around, voila. Now, down here at the bottom, there's a conveyor belt cargo destroyer. So this thing is basically just an incinerator. And this is what you ultimately want to do with bags that have detected contraband in them. So we're going to set this thing, wow, 75 grand for this thing. Am I going to have enough for all this? I'm going to be a little bit over, but the day's almost over here. So let's just fast forward here a little bit. Yeah, we just need a little bit more cash, but I think we'll get a good influx of cash with our contract completion bonuses and these last 5 flights leaving. In the meantime, let's get some construction agents. Oh, well, we already have some on board. Let's get 20 more in, so they can go do their thing and get started on this. Oh yeah, the other thing that you need to do is you need to start hiring ramp agents. Lots of ramp agents. Previously, ramp agents, all they did was inspected the aircraft, and you only really needed like 2 or 3 of them to get this many stands going. Now we need them by the dozens. Well, maybe not quite that many, but we need a lot more. So I'm going to go ahead and hire all 5 of those ramp agents, and we're going to be doing more hiring in the very near future. Oh, here comes our new delivery truck. Getting himself fueled up. Okay, we can we have the cash to lay down our stuff, and yeah. All right, so let's get our bag destroyer here. Our little incinerator. We're just going to plop it right here. And then we'll get our bag, our above ground belts here. So what we're going to do here is these are going to pop them out here. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and you go 1, 2, and then you are going to feed right down into the belly of the beast. So all of our detected contraband will be incinerated. Ha 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 ha. Now, if the bag survives all of the inspections here, what we'll do is we got one more stand that I want to set up, but we don't have it researched yet. So I'm just going to make some blank line going here. what we'll do is we'll wrap it around like this and plug it into the ingoing here. So the bags that are deemed safe will be brought to here to be brought to the airplane. Now that's the input stuff. The output stuff is going to be a little bit more involved, but still pretty good here. So what we're going to do is I am going to we want to do a little bit of underground belt here. Because I have a little plan for this sort of this walkway here. So underground belt. There we go. Now, so these belts are not going to get in any ways, and we can, well, just send them through things. Like, oh, I don't know, how about here? And now, if we go back to above ground belt, we have ourselves a baggage claim area. Because what you want, and, well, let me set this up fully so I can demonstrate its usefulness. And we want as much surface area to this. Please forgive my dog. I'm recording this on Halloween. We want as much surface area as possible for people to collect their things. So I'm sort of weaving this like a radiator here. And then ultimately, once you've weaved everything here, in case a bag makes it through the whole trip and has not been claimed, we just dump it right back onto the belt to make the trip again. So you want a sort of a closed loop here. So that is where people will get their bags picked up. And I made this little center section for a reason, mainly because do I want to do underground? No, that's going to be a problem here. Actually, you know what might be... I don't know if I want to do it radiator style, because that might be a bit excessive, and people might get in the way of it, of each other here. So, well, we do want to, give it some wide breadth here. But I think I'll do a single loop. That should be enough, given the length that we're dealing with here. So yeah, we'll do like that. I mean, I guess we could do like little rivets here where we go back and forth. Well, you know what? Let's just start with a single loop, and if that is insufficient for people's ability to go here, and actually, let's get a little fancy with it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do underground belt. To underground belt. So that way people can get in here in the middle and find their bags from these sides, as well as access it from this side and that side. So yeah, this one little loop, they can't get it when it dives underground, but they'll still have plenty of surface area to get it. And you know what? Let's be pretty about it, shall we? Let's fancyfy it. We are not only going to be doing baggage claim service, we're going to do it with some style, okay? You with me? I think you're with me. So let's just get some plants just intermingled in here. It's been a stressful trip. You've been on the plane. The kid was kicking your seat the whole frickin' time. You just want to get your bag, and maybe some nice airy plants here will help calm the nerves just a little bit. Yeah. All right, we're good. There is our baggage system ready to roll. Well, almost ready to roll. We do want to purchase some baggage trucks. Generally, my thing is you want one truck for every stand that is currently active. 5 stands, 5 trucks. These come cheap and fast. So that's one. Oh, oops. Now, you guys, I still have my end of contract bonus coming, so we'll get that. Boom. And a good small style end of contract bonus should push me back into the positives here. Come on. Come to that. There we go. That's the end of contract bonus I was looking for. Just what we needed. All right. Trucks. More trucks. Must construct additional trucks. So 2. Oh, yeah, let's unpause. I guess we can go a little faster than that. 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, the other thing we're going to need is we need to hire a lot more ramp agents. Because, yeah, we need a lot more of them. You really need those. So hopefully those refill in time so that I can get that up and running. Our guys are still building it. That is good. Yeah, I want to wait till midnight rolls over to get everything connected here. And of course, one of them is going up there. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm almost wanting to move the avgas up here and make this its own self-contained ecosystem, but no, I still have to connect it to the outside world in order for the avgas to get delivered. All right, let's see here. Our beautiful, more ramp agents. Come to Daddy. We want all the ramp agents. We can also use all the contractors, too. Well, maybe not all the contractors, but let's get another 100 of you guys coming in here. Just so we can make those, make sure those are all built up. And let's see, all of our stands are occupied here. That is a thing of beauty. And here they come. Okay, it is now midnight. So now comes the final phase of our stand, the switchover, the actual enabling and hooking up of all of your other networks to your baggage system. And this precisely, my friends, is why we need to have no flights scheduled. So what do we need to do? Join me in the next episode, and we will get this baggage system up and running. So if you like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya.